This is the true story of Rosa Parks. It was a cold evening in Montgomery, Alabama, on December 1st, 1955. Rosa was 42 years old, a seamstress who had just finished a long day of work. All she wanted was to sit down and rest on her bus ride home. Back then, segregation was the law. White passengers sat in the front and black passengers sat in the back. Even the middle seats were divided. If the bus filled up, black riders were forced to give their seats to white passengers. That evening, Rosa sat in the first row of the colored section. The bus began to fill, and soon all the seats in the white section were taken. The driver, a man named James Blake, turned around and said, "You all better make it light on yourselves and let me have those seats." The other black passengers stood up. Rosa didn't. She simply looked up and said no. She wasn't shouting. She wasn't angry. She was just tired. Tired of giving in, tired of feeling less than human. Blake threatened her. He called the police. Rosa Parks was arrested that night for violating segregation laws. Word spread fast through Montgomery. A young pastor named Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and community leaders came together and said, "We can't let this go. We have to stand together." The next morning, the black community of Montgomery decided to boycott the buses. They stopped riding altogether. People walked miles to work. They shared rides, used bicycles, or simply went without transportation, day after day, week after week. The bus boycott lasted 381 days. That's more than a year of walking in protest of unfair treatment. The bus company lost money. The world took notice. Reporters came to Montgomery to ask why thousands of people were walking in the streets instead of sitting in buses. And every time the answer was the same, because one woman said no. Finally, in November 1956, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that segregation on public buses was unconstitutional. The boycott ended. Rosa Parks became known as the mother of the civil rights movement. But she never wanted fame. She once said, "I would like to be remembered as a person who wanted to be free, so other people would also be free." Her story reminds us that fighting racism doesn't always mean shouting or violence. Sometimes courage is quiet. Sometimes it's just one person refusing to accept what's wrong. And that one act, one word, one no, can help change the world.